How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I will be unboxing the AHP TIG 201XD, and told you guys that I'd bring you back to the next video, and so I figured I'd do a little unboxing of it and let you know how it goes. Then we're going to get it set up, and I will be getting the stainless exhaust set up. Basically cut, dropped off the car, cut, weld, you know, all that stuff, start to finish. Try to bring you guys along for the ride. So go ahead and get this thing open, and we'll see what we got. So, you know, this read nothing but good reviews off this thing. Don't really know how it's going. I had to wait a little bit. Actually, it was on back order, so I guess that's kind of a good sign. There's a lot of people picking them up for a pretty good deal. And you know, hopefully it ends up working out pretty good for this thing. So we'll see. The last one that I had, it wasn't a AHP. It was actually a Eastwood, and believe it or not, when we had the hurricane come through Florida in 2018, it destroyed my storage unit at the time where my welder was at. So they stole everything, including my Miller rig, my Miller MIG rig. So I lost about, probably about $5,000 worth of welders, just right out of the gate. So here I am, a little ways away, recouping myself. We'll get this thing set up here for you guys to see. So one of the big things that kind of sold me on this rig was this style pedal. So on my Eastwood, it was garbage. Did it get the job done? Yes, but it sucked, plain as day. So that style pedal is very nice. Got the regulator hose, 220-110 adapter. We got our stinger clamp if we want to do some stick welding, which might as well throw that thing in the trash because I will not use stick welding. So TIG welding only, or MIG at the very least. So regulator, which is it's the cheesy kind, which the, you know, pretty entry level basic, you know, as long as it gets the job done, I guess, right? But it's nothing fancy. It's just a little floating ball style. So get that set up. Here we have the earth clamp, ground, as most people call it. So pretty decent. It's actually a solid copper inside that jaw instead of like a stranded, you know, braid copper, which I guess it's decent. So clamp feels pretty sturdy. We'll see how that works out. And nothing else in there. I'm trying to give you guys this video right here on my workbench, which is kind of small. I should have put it on my welding table, I guess, and went at it. Get that out of my way. So here is the torch and hose. Let's get this thing opened up and so you guys can see that. Which this was kind of another thing that kind of sold me on the unit, was the fact that it actually has two torch head sizes. It's got a 9 and a 17. So in this kit, you got the little 9 for small stuff and, you know, your basic consumables, and your 17 stuff. But the dope thing about this setup is the fact that right out of the gate, they give you a rotating head on this hose. Well, damn, how many of these zip tie things we put in there? So anyway, feels pretty sturdy. That's actually quite nice. So again, the rotating style, you just lock it down whenever you're ready, and I mean, it's pretty nice. Hose feels pretty solid, you know, for the money. You don't can't really complain, really. 2 set up and into the machine, so pretty straightforward. I will probably be switching off of the 17 and rigging up the 9 for the exhaust. And then the tubular front end for the Camaro will be coming shortly. That'll, like I said, told you guys, that'll be the next big, it'll actually be the first thing that we're gonna be doing to the Camaro. Kind of funny, I started the channel to follow the Camaro, well, really cars in general, but the Camaro to kick it off, and here I am showing you guys pretty much nothing but the Beamer stuff at the moment. So, but on to the actual welder itself. Let's see if I can get it out of here without dropping it off the workbench here, and maybe user's manual. Everybody needs that from time to time, right? It's actually packed quite well. Got some weight to it. It's actually a lot heavier than my old Eastwood TIG 200, which, hey, we had no complaints, me and my buddies, welding on that rig up until the guy who stole it, whoever that person is, or girl, I don't know, could have been whoever. So, as I fumble with this, you guys are probably gonna want to fast forward through the video of me destroying your eardrums with that plastic, but there it is, you know, in all of its glory. Pretty nice unit, I'm not gonna lie. Pretty impressed with this thing. The quality is, I think, better than that Eastwood I had, you know. It's you know, it's got the weight. You know, everybody likes, you feel like you got heavy stuff or a heavy piece of machinery or something, you know, tends to be what necessarily always say better, but you know, you have something that's heavy, it feels like it's heavy duty. Yeah, this is where it's at, you know. I'm gonna learn on this thing for sure, because I am no master at welding. I'm kind of a self-taught guy. Some friends gave me some pointers. My cousin, actually, shout out to my cousin Brandon. He definitely gave me some pointers, and just got after it. You know, I was starting from the get-go with that TIG 200 Eastwood, and I got a lot of stuff tigged up over a course of a couple years, and I dipped off into some aluminum. This will actually be my first time doing some stainless. I actually went by Airgas today and picked up some filler metal, you know, filler rods, and the tungsten for the torch. And so I think what I'll do is, now that I got it unboxed for you guys, you know, I'm not gonna go through the whole specs, just because, I mean, to be completely honest with you, I don't know all of it. I will definitely be going through, I mean, it's basic stuff: start amps, main amps, end amps. When you come off of the pedal, you got post flow for your gas, pulse time on, right? Pulse amps, pulse frequency if you want it on pulse, and then you got your AC and balance and your frequency. So AC, DC, right? Stick or TIG, and then this here display your amperage when you get it on. So again, I'm no pro, but I like to dibble dabble off into some welding. But anyway, I don't want to ramble on too much. This is already going on about a 10-minute video. So what I'll do is I'll get this thing set up on the welding bench and basically kind of touch base with you guys with getting the exhaust pulled off of the Beamer, once the exhaust is off and I've got the stuff in front of me, I will be touching base with you guys on just doing some quick, boom, this is what I'm doing. I'll maybe try to catch a video of it, throwing down some arc. We'll see what happens with the GoPro. I'm actually just recording with basic GoPro 7, so it's nothing fancy. But I think I will leave you guys with that, and then I'll touch base back with you here real soon. Checking back in with you guys here. Got the exhaust pulled off of it here. Obviously, as you can see, got a couple spare pieces of pipe there. Some extra stuff that I've had off the Camaro, but got the car up on the blocks and got the welder set up. So I'm digging it. I like it a lot. Obviously I haven't done too much, just did some testing there, cut off that flange, and did some V-band install here, but I figured you guys give you guys a little update of how this is going on. I don't really know exactly how I'm gonna get this thing set up here, but maybe try to give you an understanding of what's going on. So the downpipe is in. I've got the V-band welded on, coming through the half of the car here into a couple 45s, and then moving to the rear where I am starting the split for the dual tips. So right before the rear axle. So that's about as far as I've got. Kind of really just got started on it today. Wasn't able to get too much done last night, but yeah, so that's where I'm at. You know, kicking along. Kind of sucks working on your back on the concrete. Kind of wish I had a lift, but hey, you make do with what you got, right? So that's where I'm at, and try to get this thing all done up. At least get it, you know, in place, tacked, and go from there. Once I get it all finished, welded up, and have it in place, and I'll obviously have like a startup video for you guys or whatever. But it's kind of crazy. Take a look at this this E90 335 exhaust, right? This is the stock exhaust. Comes off the downpipe right here. Obviously right up front, like on the car, about like right here, obviously on the passenger side. But I mean, it goes along into the SCR, which has been gutted. Comes down to the factory split. You know, a couple hangers here. This dips down right in this area over the rear axle differential, and it goes out into the duals, into the, you know, the main pocket area behind the wheels here for the mufflers, and then obviously the tips. But what I found interesting about this entire exhaust system on this car, this is the first exhaust that I've ever taken off of a car that it has been in one solid piece. Like, you unbolt it from the downpipe, 2 bolts, and the rest of the connections are all solid. So you drop off the hangers, off the bolts and stuff, and the whole system drops, which I'd have to say I think I like it. And the reason why I think I like it is because normally you have to break the exhaust apart to get it away from other objects and other interferences. So the axle, or if it goes up and over, then you've got to let it loose, because then you got to drop the axle, so on, right? So all this stuff going all the way underneath the car was quite convenient. I didn't know that until I started dipping into this thing, and I thought, man, this is actually kind of convenient. So anyway, I'll touch base back with you guys here shortly. I'm gonna try to kick on with this this exhaust the best I can. I mean, it's getting dark outside, so obviously I don't want to bother the neighbors with the old chop saw over there. So I can't wait to hear this thing done. It's gonna sound pretty nasty. Got the intake pulled off here so I could get to all the downpipe stuff there beside the turbos. Pretty straightforward though. This thing is not too difficult. And then old 5.3 here, you know. This old junkyard setup here, I gotta completely go through it. It's got, I mean, one completely rusted cylinder, and somebody left it outside. And so anyway, that'll be a future build. Probably put some basic, like, stock LS1 type stuff back in it, you know, Gen 4 rods, stuff like that. But anyway, catch back with you guys here shortly, and we will keep kicking on the E90, okay? All right, checking back in with you guys. Finally got that that exhaust done on the Beamer, got it pulled back out. Obviously got the Camaro in here up on the blocks, get it ready for the next video for you guys, which will be tearing apart the front end on this thing. So get it all torn apart, get the hood on the roof, fenders off, hacksaw engaged. We're gonna chop it off. So I got the garage cleaned back up the best I could. This welder is awesome. So if you guys are looking for a budget setup, this new AHP 201XD here, if you're trying to do some basic welding, you know, nothing major, but some hobbyist stuff around the garage, it's great, you know. So the Beamer, that's where it's at. That exhaust definitely woke it up. Sounds a lot better. Obviously a lot more free flowing. So the exhaust is what it needed. So I will be touching base with you guys tomorrow. I will be taking the car to the track and seeing what she does. I mean, I don't have no kind of tires or nothing on it. It's just the stock Michelins or whatever. So it's just gonna probably spin pretty bad, but nonetheless, it's probably gonna be all right. So I just gotta give it a quick bath right here and check out these tips right there. Yes, sir. So anyway, I figured I'd do a closure on you guys on this video. Get the Camaro in, get it all ready to start chopping off. Pretty empty there, you like my mat. So anyway, touch base with you guys on the next video, which we will be at the track. So catch you next time.